On IMDb, X Stahl says Star Wars Return of the Jedi, one for all and all for one. Back to Tatooine for an old friend, R2 and 3PO with message send, Luke's request to free Han Solo from his wall mount one-man tableau, but Jabba's far from willing for it to end. Princess Leia in disguise then defrosts Han, but they're discovered and things are going down the pan. Bathed by Jabba's sticky spume, dressed in Huttese slave costume, to escape they're gonna need another plan. Third time lucky as Skywalker makes a call, Jabba tricks him into Rancor pit he falls. No match for a skilled Jedi, makes his keeper weep and cry. Then recaptured pit of Carcoons the next call. The teams is reassembled and the fight is on to curtail the building of a new Death Star, while further relational revelations come to the fore and the sabers are rattled and then drawn. 9 stars.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That wasn't so bad. That was a pretty decent summary, I think.
No. Spent a little too much time with Jabba though.
I liked the rhyming.
Yeah. Well, I like you rattled it off like you were like an old-timey like sports announcer.
Yeah. Holy cow, he made it. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And I'm Mark.
And we are the Royds, and we are back to talk Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. How are you guys?
Oh, that's good stuff, Robbie.
Doing fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Andy, do you think Mark approved of that opening?
I would hope so.
Which opening?
Because I didn't waste any time saying like nailed it or like celebrating or anything.
You're doing it again, Robbie.
Wow, I didn't even know you were talking about. You waited to the exact right moment. Yeah.
How are you, Robbie?
I'm good. I know Mark and I have seen this. Andy, I'm assuming this is your first time with Return of the Jedi.
Correct. This is my first time.
What turned you on more, the Ewoks or the dancing?
I'll tell you what. I remember last week, if you listened last week, I was super hyped because last week I was like, wow, this is the one good one. It could only get better from here, right?
No, we literally said it wouldn't.
Yeah. But I was excited, and as soon as we finished that podcast, I was like, I'm going to fucking watch the next one. And that never happens. And I did, and I said, boy, am I going to talk about that on the podcast. I ain't spoiling it just yet.
It's a different movie.
Yeah.
That is true.
But it did come out in 1983, which is the year of our Megazord.
Incredible. Andy, what were the top movies from 1983?
You know, I'm so glad you asked, Robbie, because number 1 was Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Look at that. That makes sense.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it just?
It seems really relevant.
Yeah. Number 2, surprising me, is Tootsie.
That's a great movie.
It is a great movie. But, like, I didn't know that was a really high-grossing movie.
Huh. Well, that's star power in it?
Yeah, I guess, but still. All right. Number 3 was Flashdance.
That's where you open up your raincoat and then start just jiggling your wiener around.
Maybe.
No, that's sexual assault.
That's sexual assault.
Yeah.
See, that's what I call my flash dance.
Well, it's gonna say sexual assault on the form. Just say.
Actually, what I think it'll say is exposure.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get technical here.
That's when Robbie, you get lost in the woods for too long.
Robbie knows from experience what it's called. All right, number 4 is Trading Places.
Ooh.
Yeah. You see some boobies in that movie.
Oh, all right. You know what? Never mind. I'm leaving. Bye.
All right. Number 5. Rob, there's internet porn.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, you can go to Netflix and watch Trading Places and skip right to the booby scene.
You could.
Yeah, that's
good.
the extent of the internet porn, right?
Yeah. That's it. Number 5 is War Games.
I googled internet porn and I nutted.
Just at the Google search.
Right
Yeah.
before you hit enter.
Yeah,
Trading Places.
a movie about a woman with 8 vaginas came out.
Octopussy.
Yeah.
Very good, Robbie. That's number 6 in the highest grossing films of 1983.
Really?
That's also a future episode as we are slowly covering all the James Bond films.
That is true. I don't have any jokes for these, so we can move right on to the movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty boring year in movies besides Jedi.
Yeah, I also...
I mean, there's apparently they made a Psycho 2.
That
Psycho-
sounds... Yeah, and it only took them 50 years. I'm sure it's a really solid
Yeah.
follow-up.
Well,
Psycho
like
2, even crazier.
Yeah.
The mom's still dead.
Yeah. So some notable mentions are Risky Business, Vacation, Superman 3.
I was going risky business. You mean if you start working with Jeffrey Epstein?
Very good.
Very bad.
Jaws 3D.
Mark disagreed. With
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. E.T.
Nice.
I would think that would be higher. It was probably released later in the year, and so it goes into 1984. But Blue Thunder, The Big Chill. You know, The Big Chill, my mom had that soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's just all Motown.
Everyone's
Yeah.
parents had that soundtrack.
Yeah,
was like
it is
the-
fire, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the Dazed and Confused soundtrack everyone's got.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just a movie about a gust of wind, so...
Yeah, it's like, what even is
It's
it?
like, oh!
Yeah. All right, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I had an absolute conniption when I got Andy's song via email, and he had just called it Star Wars 6.
I'm not gonna write out all this fucking pompous bullshit. You know, like we know what it is.
I got that and had a fit. I was like, Star Wars 6! What are we doing here?
I don't even know the titles. This is Jedi. The
Yeah,
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
The Return of the. Yeah. Okay.
So Andy, you've been leaving us in suspense. You know, what do you think?
My general consensus. All right, let me in order, in canonical order.
Okay.
Episode 1, Poop Duty Crap.
I think
Episode
you mean...
2,
Okay,
Poop Duty
yes,
Crap.
you're right. All right.
Episode 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
That's
right.
pretty good. So episode 1 and 2, dog shit. Episode 3, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Rogue One, that's pretty good. New Hope, this is okay. Empire Strikes Back, wow, I get it now. Return of the Jedi, this is just okay again.
Wow. What a massive
It's,
payoff.
Well, the thing is, I find that this entire movie has one thing to do, and it's just to wrap up. If Luke's going to join the dark side, or if he's going to remain a good guy.
Mhm.
That's the only thing it's really tying up. Everything else is straight up a waste of your time.
Like story-wise, you mean?
Story-wise, yeah.
I kind
Yeah.
of agree with Andy.
Yeah, no, it's true. Nothing else is really going on.
Nothing.
To the point where actually the ending doesn't really make a whole lot. Like if Luke did or didn't go to the Death Star, I think the same thing would have happened. And so it's like
yeah,
he,
I don't...
he didn't need to be there.
no, not at all. It was just all about him. That was totally personal.
Yeah. I mean, and it's important that we see that because, like, narratively, it's a huge payoff. But, like,
Yeah, of course.
everything else, like, nobody important dies. Nobody important has a character arc. Like, the only thing even close
Wait,
is...
Darth Vader dies.
Well,
I'd
his-
say
No, I'm
Vader's
saying, like,
pretty important.
I'm saying
And-
outside of that main plot,
Oh,
outside
okay.
of the one thing that
Yeah.
matters, which is Luke and Vader and the Emperor.
Yeah.
Like all that's still good. I like that.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a little better, but I liked it. But everything outside of that, like Han, he's already learned all of his lessons. He's
Mhm.
already like a fully fleshed out character, and he's done. He's done. He didn't
Yeah.
have to return in this.
Yeah.
Leia, the only thing close to another character arc is like, he's my brother. And that's
Mhm.
it. That's it.
I kissed him.
Yeah.
And I felt something. Uh-oh.
I don't know if they really were trying to put that in there. Maybe that might
I
have been
flooded
something
the
you were pulling out of an
Falcon.
egg.
Robbie.
Well, we do lose the radar dish on the Millennium Falcon. R.I.P.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, let's go in order. That's just my general feelings on it. My genital feelings, if you will.
Ugh.
Yeah.
We get this opening scroll. Luke is on Tatooine trying to save Han Solo. The Empire is building a new Death Star just to destroy the rebels. This in progress Death Star looks awesome.
It does.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think this movie looks incredible.
It does. It does. I remember being
It
a
does.
kid watching it, and it was the only one that like it's like, oh, this kind of looks like movies that are coming out now, like when in the mid-90s, because like the cameras had gotten better and the effects had gotten better, and it was just more modernized and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But once again, in these new editions of them, the CGI
Yeah.
really just takes a big old duker right on it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it did not age well at all.
Well,
No.
because once again, they're putting this shit in the foreground instead of the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
In the 3.5-minute scene foreground.
Well, like that's the thing. In Empire, this stuff was all in the background and it wasn't supposed to draw your eye. It was just supposed to fill the screen.
It was just
In-
touch-ups.
Exactly. In A New Hope, they were just putting goofy shit in of guys falling off animals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it's
here,
rough.
like you said, we're right back in the foreground with them doing a big song.
I think they were afraid
Yeah.
of doing too much to Empire because people love it so much. So I think
Yeah.
they pulled in the reins on that a little bit. They're like,
Good.
and also like there wasn't much opportunity. It's such a tight,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
Jedi and A New Hope. There's some wiggle room. There's you could throw in a couple scenes and it probably wouldn't be that
Well,
big of a deal.
In a way, I think you're right. I think they knew going in Empire was the strongest of the three, and it didn't need as much stuff. They didn't need to put things in there because it would just detract from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the strongest by a margin.
That is true. Very good.
There is not one person in the Empire that wants a promotion. It is almost certain death.
Everyone's like, just act like you're working. Don't
Just
screw
put-
anything
just-
up. No mistakes.
Just put in the least amount of effort to get the job done. Do not excel because they will promote you and they will kill you.
Yes.
Just get fired. Just get fired. Just get fired.
Now, they probably kill you for that. I mean, why wouldn't
Yeah.
they kill you for that too?
You just have to like get your work done.
What if you're late to
And
work?
that
You don't
is
think you think being late to work too many times is a killable offense?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Well,
Not
who's
here.
your direct supervisor? Is it Darth Vader? Because then yes.
Yeah, he's gonna kill
I don't
you.
think Vader's directly supervising everyone on the Death Star, though.
No, but if he
Okay.
is, then
Well, what if
Yeah.
what if
But you're
What if,
only
like-
getting killed if you're right below Vader. He does not have time to force choke everyone on that ship if they need to get rid of them.
well,
all I
he
know is I
forced-
want to be one of the guys like off to the right, just touching red and yellow buttons.
Yes.
Over there. You know what I mean?
Well, he force choked a guy from like another space station in the last movie. So I would imagine he just has like a call like on his schedule. It's like, all right, 11:15, force choke all the people who are getting fired. So he just like senses them and then just chokes the shit out of like 17 people at a
Can
time.
he do more than one person at once?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'm sure
All right.
he can. The force is pretty fucking
He could probably
Big.
like possess two people to like strangle each other.
Yeah.
We are downsizing.
I'd love to.
Vader, go call in the marketing department.
Budget
that's
cuts.
good stuff.
C-3PO and R2-D2 are in the desert. They're talking about Jabba the Hutt. They arrive at the garage and they're just like, hey, can we talk to Jabba? And once again, this droid's kind of rude to C-3PO, which I always love.
Yes. He's
And
like
now-
Toby from The Office.
And now we're in Jabba's like castle, I guess. And this dude is rubbing R2 all over. You see this?
Yes. He really likes R2.
He's like, ooh, the perfect dome of this droid. Mm.
Yes. And R2 is clearly uncomfortable.
He's like, I wonder if this droid will fit
like,
in my ass.
He like shivers. He's like, ugh. I've never felt cold before, but I just did.
They deliver a message. It's Luke wanting to meet with Jabba to bargain for Han's freedom. We get another "We're doomed" from 3PO, and we see Solo displayed in carbonite. I always thought that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Iconic.
Yeah, that he has him as a fucking trophy.
Yeah, or like they just got him back, and he's like, I don't know where to put this yet. Just throw it over.
The display room is not ready yet. They were working on my man cave, but the contractor got sick.
I in my notes I take it this musical number wasn't in the original. That's rough.
No, I mean there is a musical number, but it's much shorter and less
your face.
Less that. I don't know. Whatever that was, it was not. It was the opposite of that.
The music did not match the rest of the movie in any way.
Nope.
No. It was just like regular, like, I don't know, blues, like R&B. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
This is the one instance where Star Wars has bad music.
Yeah. Did John Williams write this song? Does anyone know?
Probably not.
I think that's John Williams doing the.
He insisted upon that.
What do you guys think of Salacious B. Crumb, right? That's the little giggly guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's great.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I love in future Star Wars projects where you just see those little dudes popping, running around like raccoons or something, just like up in a tree.
Well, I think it was in The Mandalorian, there was like a whole tree full of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I don't want that.
Like owls or something.
I also think the droids in the basement are really cool. They all look cool as we see them getting like tortured and ripped apart.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody looks cool. Like Jabba looks great.
Yes.
And so does the big monster he's got in a basement.
The Rancor.
Oh, the Rancor, yeah.
I was gonna say I love the guy, the blubbering guy that comes in all upset about his pet.
yeah. I thought that was funny. Like and like the other guy's like consoling him. Like these guys they're not bad guys. They're just like running with the wrong crew. You know?
Exactly.
Well, it's great. It's the pig guy consoling him.
Yeah.
He's like, wait.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they've just been like faceless, like identical, like monster guards.
Yeah, but like they're friends. Okay. Okay.
Bring it in, buddy. Bring it in.
Yeah. I wonder if
classic Star Wars.
Was that like played for comedy or was that
Yeah,
of course.
Okay. Well, it worked then because it was funny.
Definitely
stuff.
played for laughs.
Yeah, so Jabba sacrifices one of his dancers to the Rancor. We see Sandperson brings Chewie in for the bounty. They're negotiating over the price. I always like when a bad guy likes a smaller bad guy's tactic. So he's like, oh, you're a cool guy. You tried to kill me. I'm a sucker for that trope. So when he's like, hey, I like that bomb thing. All right, it's 35,000. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got your brashness is incorrigible.
I like you, kid. There's something about you.
Yeah. And then that's Leia, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember things.
Very good. Well, you watched this movie pretty recently. You also took notes. So I hope you remembered some of it. Lando sneaks in, and this is where I'm starting to think something's amiss. Something's amiss here.
So I think Lando's supposed to have been here for some time at this point.
Although they show him. They make it very clear, like, hey guys, look, Lando's here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's weird. I didn't remember having one black guy in the whole universe being our guard earlier this week. What the hell?
Jabba's a little racist. Who hired him?
Yeah. Well, I
follow him around to make sure he doesn't steal anything.
Yeah. I don't even.
It's Jabba the Hutt. He's allowed to be. He's a fucking bad dude.
I don't even know if there can be a stereotype if there's only one black guy in the whole universe.
Yeah.
How can there be a stereotype?
I like watching the pig guy falling into the Rancor with Luke and getting absolutely demolished by the Rancor.
Yeah. Yeah, the stop motion on the Rancor is really cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I enjoy that a lot.
I also like when Luke walks in, he just fucking chokes a guy and just starts walking through like, all right, I'm here to fuck you up. And Jabba's like, don't fall for the Force, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how because we see it in the first one when Obi-Wan is like, "Yeah, gonna let us go," and the guy's like, "All right," and then in this one he does the same thing. But then when it gets to like, because if you think about it, this movie would be really brief if that just worked on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, Jabba's like, "Ah, I got big brains over here.
Yeah.
You ain't getting through me over here."
Yeah. Yeah. Only works in the weak-minded.
Yeah,
Which
well,
is
he
smart.
probably could have done it to the Rancor then, right?
I don't think the Rancor has a mind.
Oh shit!
Like, I don't think you can force things like animals.
Well, you
Oh.
can. I mean, there are. I mean, not to get into it, but there are force powers where you can like sort of like I forget what the like classic like D&D term for it is, but like where you basically
Roll 20.
yeah, I know, but you calm down an animal and with the force and like it
Okay.
becomes your ally. That's a thing that happens from time to time, depending on certain Jedis have that ability.
You hit square
Huh.
to tame the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
You have to ride it. You have to swing back and forth a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're okay,
You
girl.
have to give it a yeah. Oh boy.
We're gonna go to Tahiti and become mango farmers.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Just have some faith, Rob. We're gonna get back to it. We're getting back to the episode, Rob. Just have some faith.
I have a plan.
I like how this guy Boba Fett is such a big deal in the fandom, and he is nothing. He
He's
doesn't do
absolute-
a fucking thing.
He just
I
looks
thought there was gonna
cool.
be an elaborate fucking thing,
No.
or like I didn't know he was gonna die immediately.
He just
He
looks
also-
cool.
He gets kicked in the back, his jetpack goes off, and then he dies.
Yeah.
What a useless idiot.
I feel like that happens a lot in fandoms where like they'll be like, look at all these cool main characters and antagonists, and then the whole fandom would be like, who's that guy in the corner? And you're like, what do you mean who's that guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a cool outfit. They're like, yeah, I want to know more about him. And
Well, that's why I wonder if when they showed all those bounty hunters in the last movie, if they had chose any of those other ones as the guy to actually find Han Solo,
Yeah.
if they'd be like, oh, he's the dude that all the fandom loves, that lizard man.
Yeah.
Bosk.
Yeah.
People like Bosk.
But like he does, Boba Fett dies in the stupidest way because
Mhm.
I think did they edit in Harrison Ford yelling, Boba Fett, where?
No, that was
Okay.
always in it.
That
Yeah.
was always in it because Chewie's like, and fucking hits him with the fucking thing by accident.
Yeah. Also, I don't know what it is, but they just always take weird takes with Harrison Ford. He's like Boba Fett, and it's just like, who talks like that's such a weird. Why'd you go with that one? Okay, weird.
Lucas stepped in.
Our time.
Oh, that's the take. That's the take we're going with.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. You're the director. This is Lucas Films.
I agree. It was weird. He had a jetpack, and then like he's been living with a jetpack for his whole life, and all of a sudden he's like can't control the jetpack because it went off by accident.
Yeah, that's honestly this scene is where I knew this movie's not gonna be as good as the other one.
Yes, this scene is a weird scene. It reminds me a lot of the Revenge of the Sith, and obviously that's on purpose when they're kidnapped by Grievous, and then R2 like flips out, and they're in the bridge of the ship. And I always thought that scene was weird too, when R2 just like starts going crazy, and I'm like, what the hell was that supposed to be? And like, I guess just a distraction. I don't know. It just looked weird.
Yeah.
See, this is not where I think this movie falls off. I really like this scene because I think Luke doing that jump off the plank and then the flip up. I always thought that was the coolest shit ever.
The action is pretty cool.
Yes.
It's just like there's not the care for the characters that there is in the other one. Like this cool guy, this Boba Fett guy who's built up, just dies immediately.
But that's
for almost no reason.
When this movie came out, Boba Fett was not built up. He was never supposed to be this iconic character.
It was
Okay.
later on.
So that's just like fandom built
Mhm.
him
Yeah.
up in my
Yep.
head.
Yeah, the
And-
fandom
okay.
built him up. He was never supposed to be this. Like,
He
Well,
had like one
there's
speaking line.
there's that full video game Star Wars Bounty Hunter where you play as Boba Fett. I remember playing that at my friend's house, and I was like, "Yo, this character must be the shit."
Yeah,
But
that
nope,
came out
he-
20 years after this movie.
Yeah, so like
yeah,
that's how much people like this guy.
Yeah.
Just
that he
based on
can- he
just
can-
his looks. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do shit.
man,
That's hilarious to me.
give Boba Fett titties, the fans would go nuts.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice there are 2 Wilhelm screams during this fight?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like, guys, one's enough.
Yeah. I know. Is this the first time that we ever see someone deflect a laser with a lightsaber?
No, I think they do it. Don't we see it in the last movie?
In Empire, he deflects a laser.
I could have sworn. You know what? It also
maybe
could have been. I've
Vader
seen
does?
these.
I don't know.
Um,
Yeah, I also could have seen these movies so often that I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think in Empire, when there's like a shootout, Luke whips out his blaster.
You could be right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm
I've
also
only
talking
seen
out
these
of my
movies
ass.
once.
Yeah.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it. I like how Luke asked Yoda if it's true that Vader is his father, and Yoda's like, it's getting real dark. I'm going towards the light. And he's like, no, don't answer my question.
Oh, no. Dying I am.
Too close to death to answer your question, I am. That sentence was way longer than a yes or no.
But then he
No,
says
no.
like, yeah, he is. Anyway, dead. That's dead.
Real quick before that, though, we do get Leia choking out Jabba. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I was like, she could choke me any day.
Robbie!
Yeah. Jabba did look like he was enjoying it for the first portion.
He's like, finally. Oh, no.
Yeah. Wait, too much.
What's the safe word? What's the safe word? Oranges. I also like this all hands on deck company meeting that the Emperor has. He like makes sure everyone there in the Death Star, and then he's just talking to Vader. And this is the first of 2 times he's like, Luke will come to you. And he's like, you think? He goes, yes.
This could have been an email.
Well, they have the same conversation later in the movie. And I guess like Vader didn't get it the first time because the Emperor literally says to him, Luke will come to you and then you will bring him to me. Is that clear?
That's just classic George Lucas writing where like, oh, let's just say the same thing like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's try it a few different ways, and one of them will surely sound like human dialogue.
Yeah. I'm a regular man.
A regular human man that speaks human languages with other humans.
I did really like the tension. I don't know if I'm jumping a little too far here, but when Luke and the crew is going past the fleet of Empire ships.
Yeah.
And they're like using an old code. Oh, it's an old code. But I'm allowing them through, and Vader senses Luke.
Yeah.
And Luke senses Vader sensing him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, shit, I'm ruining it. I'm ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die because of me. And Vader's like, let them go. And the tension in that scene, I was like, oh shit, this movie's gonna get good again. And it doesn't for a while.
Nope. Well, I like a little before that, right after Yoda dies, and Luke is talking to Ben's Force Ghost.
Yeah.
And I like right there, he's like a certain point of view, and Luke's like, a certain point of view?
Yeah.
Yeah. From the
He's
point
like-
of view of a scriptwriter that
He's like, well, in a way, he did kill your dad. In a way.
Yeah.
I also like that he goes, when I met Anakin, he was a great pilot. You met him when he was 10. He was not a great pilot. He won one pod race.
Oh, he blew up that Trade Federation mini Death Star.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's what they should have had him say when he asked Obi-Wan. He should have been like, well, if I told you, that would have swayed you more towards the dark side.
Yeah,
You
I was
know?
afraid
'Cause, like,
telling you that would, yeah.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
say that. And that's like regular normal dialogue.
Yeah. But you know,
well, in a way. No, what are you doing?
in future well, and by future I mean the prequels that you guys already watched. I mean, they kind of double down on the Anakin Darth Vader being two different people,
Yeah.
later on. They sort of double down on that whole thing, especially in the Obi-Wan TV show.
That was
Which I don't know.
okay.
It was okay. Yeah. Actually, parts of it were really bad and some
Yes.
parts of it were really good.
Yes,
Overall, it was okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes something equal out to okay.
See, that's like all I hear about any Star Wars shows. It's like, wow, these are all okay.
Most of Mandalorian is very good,
Yes.
Okay.
and Andor was excellent.
See, that's what I hear. Like, first 2 seasons of Mandalorian are good,
Yes.
and Andor is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if I'm honestly excited to look at the latest trilogy of movies.
Okay.
I'm not.
I understand, but like,
fresh eyes though.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I'm excited to look at them just to see why it's so polarizing. Because as a newcomer to Star Wars who really doesn't give that much of a shit, maybe they're not that bad. Maybe it's just like it's shitting on the fandom, but like as a movie, it's not bad, But I could be wrong.
Well,
Somehow.
When I watched Lost, you
I'm
remember
aware of the memes.
people flipped out about the ending of Lost, and they're like, it was so awful and blah blah blah, because they had watched it for like 7 years or something, and then like they're like, that's what we get, But like,
Yeah.
I watched Lost in like a month on Netflix, and I was like, it was fine, like I
Yeah,
didn't. So maybe you'll be okay.
I think and I feel like I've said this 1,000 times on this podcast, but like sticking the landing is really fucking hard, especially when you like your narrative is filled with like twists and turns
Yeah.
and like really good writing throughout, but like how do you fucking end this, in a good way? It's very rare that I've seen a good ending in any medium, honestly.
Well, I don't think those were intended to be the ending, though. Like,
right, yeah, because
Disney
they're
trilogy.
gonna milk this franchise
Yeah.
until it's
And
dead.
the reason it's so polarizing is because it's not just one vision. At the very least, with the original trilogy and even the prequels, it's all Lucas's vision. Even though Empire and Jedi aren't directed by Lucas, it's still his vision.
Yeah.
Here we get, isn't it? I think it's Abrams on the first one, then Johnson on the second one, and then Abrams comes back for the third one. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. It should have, I mean, honestly, it probably would have benefited just from if it was just Abrams the whole way through. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
just for consistency's sake. I feel like the third movie, they spend a lot of time kind of undoing the second movie. So it's like kind of
that second movie is the one that I find everybody who talks about it. I know people who hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I know people who love it.
Yeah.
So like, I'm most excited for the first 2 of that trilogy. I understand that the third one is objectively bad.
I don't know. I honestly, like, I as much as Star Wars has been a part of my life, I watched it and I was like, wow, that was cheesy as hell. But like, whatever. It's Star Wars. It's space.
Yeah.
It's lasers and space wizards and lightning bolts coming out of fingertips. Like, I mean,
right.
What's at stake here? It's not that big of a deal.
Maybe don't take it so seriously. Like,
you don't have to take it seriously, but you could still say it's a bad movie.
Right.
Yeah.
You could still say like, oh, you ruined that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't take, comedies. Like if you look at like Anchorman 1, it's like, wow, that's hilarious. And then you look at Anchorman 2, it's like, yeah, it was all right, but like you kind of shit on your legacy here.
Yeah.
So like, even though, I'm definitely not taking Anchorman seriously, but like I can look at that and be like, well, you kind of ruined it. You kind of ruined it.
Well, I would just say personally that Rise of Skywalker is definitely not the first Star Wars movie to ruin it. So
Right.
it's like it's not like oh man, the first bad one. Like no,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
There's
let's
plenty
not
of bad ones.
pretend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, though, they undo the previous movie. There had never been a Star Wars movie that just straight up undoes everything that happened in the last
Yeah.
one.
They're like, no. Well, like, except for this part that we're talking about now, where Obi-Wan is like, oh, from a certain point of view.
Yes, well, but like, this is still like in line because now with Obi-Wan just trying to cover up for a lie he told.
Yes.
It's not, you know what? Actually, this happened and he was actually okay. And it's just, it becomes this thing where people get angry because, okay, well, now my time has been wasted for 2 movies.
Yeah.
Because now everything that I watched previously doesn't matter, and this sucks.
Yeah. Instead of brushing it off and moving on, like
right. Like any good, like there's been plenty of things where the first one's good, second one sucks, third one redeems it because you find ways. Like even in the latest Indiana Jones, they say, they say, that guy everybody hated, he died off screen, but instead of just like
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, instead of just like, oh, that guy you hated, Shia LaBeouf, he's dead. Who cares? It's like he's dead, and Indy is carrying that with him. Like he's sad. So you took a bad thing and you made it a good thing. That's good writing. Like rather than just like, oh, that actually never happened. Mutt was actually just a dream. Like no, that's bad. You made that bad. But like,
Mo was a dream.
Yeah, like
Indiana Jones was out of fever. He had Ebola. that movie didn't even happen.
I had a terrible dream that there were aliens.
Anyway, Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
The bike chases are pretty cool.
Yes, those are awesome. Yo, some of those dudes eat shit.
Yeah, they're dead as fuck.
But you know what I don't need in these scenes? There's a silly, like, twirly sound effect as one of the stormtroopers spins before he crashes into the tree. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, it's just a little extra detail.
But it's not even detail. Good. It's just making it silly. Like, it looks awesome.
Well, this one, like, you know how there's that famous quote where he's like, oh, this was all for 12-year-olds. Like, you know, George Lucas said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't really tell until this one.
Well, yeah, we get those fucking Ewoks.
Yeah, you got a bunch of fucking teddy bear people. And it's like, this is where I was like, this is just like a waste of everybody's time. This isn't, who's this for?
Kids.
And the answer is for the 12-year-olds.
Yeah. I like Ewoks, but that's because I first watched Star Wars when I was like 6 years old.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I don't like the Ewoks.
Okay.
I thought it was a waste of time.
I find them very annoying. I agree. I think there is one Ewok that seems oddly racist.
Which one is that?
There's one Ewok. Come on. There's one who just looks like blackface. Okay,
he's made of fur. I know. The darker black one. Like they're just made of fur.
No, they are not. There's one that's not just made of fur.
No, it's the one that's. You can't put that in, Robbie.
All right, I can't find him, but I'm pretty sure one of them I looked at and I was like, "This one is making me uncomfortable."
That's your own internalized racism, Rob.
I mean, I guess maybe,
probably,
but like one to me just looked because like I don't know, it looked like
an animal.
Yes, I know, but the way it dressed looked like a caricature of like an African person that an American would make. Because the rest of them are dressed in like hoods and shit, and this one had like a teeth necklace.
Oh, wait, I think he's like the chief or something.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. He still looked kind of racist.
I just have in my notes, these teddy bear people ain't it.
No, I hate them. I can't fucking stand them. I'm still looking for the racist Ewok, by the way.
You're gonna love my song.
There's one point where after all this Ewok nonsense, like then the Empire comes or they go to that Empire bunker or whatever the fuck is happening. And like the Empire shows up and they have everybody with their hands up and C-3PO finally does something useful. He's like, over here. And like, he finally does something useful, and then even when he's useful, he's fucking useless. Because
apparently I heard that Anthony Daniels at like every movie would like appeal to George Lucas and be like, maybe in this one we could be a part with C-3PO like saves the day, and George Lucas was like, no, he's no. Yeah. Like
people hate you.
they were like, let's give him a bone. Just distracts him for 1 second. He's like, yes, I win.
Did you guys know all these Ewoks have different names?
Mm-hmm.
Like Kank and Lumat.
I mean, I don't know their names, but yeah.
Do you think George Lucas like named all these guys?
I don't think he gives a fuck.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna be honest. Reading these, my virginity's growing back, though.
Yeah, it comes back, Robbie. I found that out when I started liking Star Wars.
Oh, there's one named the Window Warwick. Wicket W. Warwick.
Robbie,
Robbie. He's the main one. That's what's his name? That's Flitwick.
Well, there's
Robbie,
also Chief Chirpa.
We're getting secondary virginity now. It's like secondhand smoke. It's like
born again virgins.
Telling us their names is making our virginity grow back.
What about Leak Tar?
It's fully formed now. Now I'm a virgin.
You know, due to all my STDs, it often looks like I'm leaking tar.
Robbie.
Yeah. Your virginity is back, but the STDs are still there.
Yeah. One's named Wonka. I feel like there's a lawsuit there. All right, let's carry on. Sorry.
So I think Wicket is Warwick Davis, which is the actor that played Professor Flitwick in the Harry Potter series.
Oh yeah, he's in Willow and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the leprechaun in the Leprechaun movies.
Yes.
Yeah. I have in my notes, I don't know what it is, but I have this attempt at humor has brought the plot to a screeching halt. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Oh, probably C-3PO being treated like a god by the Ewoks.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. Yeah. I fucking hate it. Let's go. I don't care. You have a whole rebel team. Why do I need to watch these fucking little teddy bears?
Because they wanted to sell toys.
Yes, correct. But also there is no reason at all that the stormtroopers should be losing to these teddy bears because they're shooting little bows and arrows and they're just killing them. What is that armor doing?
It's brand recognition.
Yeah, they're just dropping they're like dropping rocks on them.
Yeah, they're killing them with rocks.
It's like this armor is weird. It actually accelerates the arrow, like when it hits.
They take down walkers.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah.
From the top, I don't even care about this. The only thing I care about is Luke gonna pull Vader from the dark side, or is Luke gonna join the dark side? Like, that's the interesting stuff, and they keep cutting away from that to these teddy bear people beating the shit out of. Can you imagine being a stormtrooper and like meeting your untimely death by being beaten to death by a bunch of teddy bear people?
Yeah. Ewoks are fucked up though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, think about it. They were going to eat them when they first got there. They had a dress for Princess Leia, so who knows where that came from.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
They're a bunch of savages with spears and stuff, but no, they're not racist at all.
One of them is wearing a skull of some scary looking creature, like a Cubone. When you said one of them is racist, I thought you meant like the Ewok was racist. I was like, how would you know that? There's no opportunity at all.
He shakes hands with Lando and then immediately he puts on hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
A weird detail.
This is Endor. We speak whatever the fuck they speak. I don't know.
Ewok.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because the Ewoks, they're gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I did like the like having the whole thing be a trap, like the whole the space battle. It's a trap.
Yeah.
And then using that, like having that play out in front of Luke because he knew he was going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Having that play out in front of him and being like, "Watch your friends die," and then give in to your anger. Like that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
he's
stuff.
fantastic as the Emperor.
Yes.
He's like so perfectly just over the slightly over the peak
Yeah.
of the top, but just perfectly.
Yeah, like he's a great ham, and
Yeah.
I thought he was great in the prequels too.
Yeah,
Like
well,
he's just such a little ham boy.
during the entire fight, he's going good.
Yeah.
Good. Incredible.
His
This-
laugh is
even
phenomenal.
In the what was it? I forget which one. It's either Clone Wars or the third one where he's like, "Do it,
I think it's Revenge
Do
of
it.
the Sith.
do it."
Execute Order
Execute.
66.
My wife and I have been saying that for years now.
He's
But,
he's excellent. But
Yeah.
Vader's at his most lost puppy in this movie.
hmm
Because he's
Yes.
constantly like, he's like, what do I do, Emperor?
Well, and it makes sense because like
for those listening to this audio
Yes.
medium, Mark was imitating Vader, looking left and right because
Yeah.
he doesn't know what to do.
But he has to move his whole body like Batman because
Yeah.
like his
well, like, but that's good because it's like clearly Luke has made an impact on him, and he's speaking truth when he's like, "I see the good in you, fucking stop being a bad guy," and he's like, "Fuck, he's right."
Yeah. Well,
What
it's
have I been
awesome.
doing?
It's awesome when they switch it around because Luke's asking him, "Come join me.
Yeah,
Let's be,
that's cool.
let's be goodies together." You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. All the shit between Luke and Vader is awesome in this movie.
Yes, but see, if you remember last week, I was like, I want Luke rather than joining either side. I want him to forge his own path in the Force, and he doesn't really do that. But this is also very good, so I'm not really that upset about it.
I also, when you say that, I get what you're saying. I also don't think in these movies there was room for like a tweener character, to use a wrestling term.
Yeah,
Okay.
an
Like-
anti-hero.
Yeah, like
No.
because this was meant to be the end of the series.
Yeah.
It's just meant to be like good guys win, let's celebrate. Because then
Yeah.
if you do that, now you're kind of setting up sequel bait where now it's let's follow Luke Skywalker
Right.
on his adventures
Yeah,
as a rogue Jedi.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the end of the hero's journey. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Now, watching the prequels first and then this, on our episode 1 podcast.
Episode 1 was Jurassic Park.
Okay, Robbie. Our Star Wars episode 1
Oh!
podcast. You son of a bitch. We had the late great James Raniolo on where he spoke about how all 6 of these movies are actually about Anakin's character arc where he's he becomes a terrible person, but then at the end he is redeemed. And like from watching the prequels to this, I see 100% what he was saying.
Yeah, I totally agree with that when you say that.
Yeah. I also liked the I love you, I know, but in reverse.
Yes.
Mhm.
I kind of like that. Kind of like it was kitschy, but I'm here for it. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Leia continues to be awesome in this. I just don't think they really give her tons to do in this movie.
No, I think it's weird that they built off of that in the last movie. They're like, there's another. And then
Mhm.
like Luke's just like, yeah, you're my sister. And that's it. That's
Yeah,
as
well-
far as it
Mhm.
goes.
He just goes, "You're gonna learn the Force. You're gonna learn the Force."
Yeah. And she's like, all right. In
But-
this movie, he's like, no. No.
No, there's not time for that.
But also, it's another instance of them just not talking like people because for some
Mhm.
reason he doesn't just go, "You're my sister." He does
Yeah.
this weird roundabout reveal.
Yeah. He's like, it's
And
more
then-
fun if they guess it.
Right. And even Han Solo's like, what you want to fuck him? What? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm fine
Well-
with it. Whatever. And she's like,
well-
no, idiot. He's my brother. He's like, oh, okay. So you want to fuck him or what? That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see the horror in his face at that point because you can tell in his mind he's like, "You guys did a pretty passionate kiss."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Skywalkers are very dramatic. You
Yeah,
know?
well,
they always
yeah.
are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Get the truth.
When
yeah, that's why he's like, I gotta make her guess, and then she does the same thing. She's like, I love him. No more. Not gonna elaborate on
Yeah,
that.
But it's also weird because like I get it, like okay, they're siblings, but like if you just met someone and then you just find out you're brothers or siblings, you're not going to be like, I love them because they're my brother.
Right.
It's like they're still technically a stranger.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean,
right.
they're good friends
But
now.
But also,
Yes,
yeah, at
now,
this point,
but-
like it would
but
make
that's
sense for her to be like, "Oh, I've always loved him, but it was never in that way, and I see why now."
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, yes, I love him. And he's like, oh, my heart.
Yeah, he's like, "I thought we were in love."
My heart is shattered into a billion pieces on the
Yeah.
farthest moon of Endor. What can I do?
And then she
Han's
waits a
pretty
solid
dramatic too.
45 seconds. He's my brother.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You could have said that first.
He goes, and you made out with him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this fight at the end, because at the end, like, yeah, the Skywalker, the Skywalker fight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fight,
The climax
Yeah.
of the movie.
yeah,
Yes.
but it
The
keeps
big
getting,
one.
yeah, it keeps getting like split up, and
Yeah.
it is like if you piece that all together, it's like he's like, kill me, strike me down, and he's like, I won't do it, and then eventually he does it, but Vader stops him, and then Vader fights for a while, and then he stops fighting. He's like, I'm not gonna fight you, and they stop fighting for a little bit, and then he's like, do it, and he's like, okay, and then they start fighting again. It's like if you like piece it all together, that's bad, but they spread it out so it's the less bad.
Yeah.
It's still the best part of this movie, and it's cool because it's two guys who are fighting against their destinies.
Well, it's
You know,
it's
like-
about their inner conflicts.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
they really
yeah.
want.
And like Luke resembles the good in Vader, and Vader resembles the bad in Luke, and they're both
Yeah.
fighting. Like that's good. That's
Yeah,
very good.
Well,
that duality.
you know,
Yeah.
I love this scene when Luke first confronts Vader and the Emperor, and it kind of goes back to something I think it was Mark said earlier, when like this fight doesn't matter, all things considered.
Right.
And Luke gets there and looks Vader in the eye and says, soon I'll be dead, and you with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he says that to the and like, so he's there knowing full well, like they're gonna blow up the Death Star with him on it. That's his
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
His plan is to make sure Vader is on that Death Star when it blows up.
Yeah. It's good
And
stuff.
he's sacrificing himself, all things considered, and that's sick.
Yeah.
Well, he's so much more stoic in this than he is in the other ones. Like in the first one, he's just like a gee golly,
Yeah.
and in the second one, he's like, oh, I'm understanding this, but I'm conflicted. Am I a good guy or am I a bad guy?
Yeah.
And then in this one, he's like, oh, I'm the Jedi Master.
Well, it's been a year now, and he's been
Yeah.
training with Yoda, presumably
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah, and so he's like, I feel confident enough to pull the good out of him, bring him to my side, do what he was trying to do to me, but now I can do it to him.
Yeah.
Good.
He went back to
Very
that
good
tree
stuff.
at some point and had some fucking coffee with that other
Yeah,
Hamill, that other Vader in there.
yeah. But
I like that Han is always confident, but they always show him fucking up. Like when he fucks up opening the door
yeah,
right before Chewie shows up in the walker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because R2 gets shot, and he's like, I got this. And
Yeah.
immediately it closes. He's like, ah. In front of the girl, too. Damn it. Damn it.
So Luke chops off his dad's robot hand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Looks like, whoa. Whoa. What happened there?
I like how he looks at his robot hand, and then he looks at his dad's robot hand, and it's like the vision in the last movie is coming true. And he's like, oh,
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Well, I also like that we're seeing the Emperor kind of put that, you know, they always come in two things to work, because then we see the Empire telling him, kill him. You just chopped off his hand. Fucking kill
Yeah,
him.
do it.
The idea is Luke is supposed to be going, I'm just like him. It's like, yeah, but he's the one that chopped off that hand. So like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he made you like that.
Yeah. I think
So, like-
that literally means mono e mono. So
But I did like how he's like, nah, I ain't gonna kill him, and he throws the lightsaber, and he's like, all right, zap.
yeah. I think, is this the first time we see the lightning fingers?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, because
He's
like,
like-
I remember in the last one, Yoda was like, do not underestimate the Emperor. Yeah, he's an old bitch, but like that dude will fry you like a fucking egg.
That's an
I
exact
think it's
quote.
verbatim. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's verbatim what he said.
Fry you like an egg, he will.
But that was cool. I liked how the Emperor's like, all right, you're not gonna listen. I'll just fucking kill you. How's that? And then he's like laughing. He's like, nah, 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 nah. And Luke is like, Daddy.
That's really where Vader's at his most, like turning back and forth.
Yes.
And he goes, no.
Yeah. I
Well,
like how he's getting zapped the whole time. He's got him over his head. He's getting zapped.
I love
Like
seeing
to
the
shreds.
skull because of the lightning fingers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good stuff.
But again, Revenge of the Sith at the end when the Emperor's on the ground electrocuting himself. This is what the scene that it's calling back to.
Yeah.
So he's flashing back to that moment, like, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the right thing this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he
Yeah.
throws him down the shaft, never to be seen again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He explodes though.
But
That's the
honestly,
thing.
like, he's so powerful, and like when in like movie or story history has a guy getting thrown down a shaft and then exploding ever killed them? To be fair.
That's fair. No, that's a good point.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Who falls down a shaft?
The bad guy falls off the bridge and then gets eaten by crocodiles.
Yeah, but he gets eaten by crocodiles. He doesn't just die in a generic explosion.
Yeah, we
That's
see
true.
him die.
That's
Yeah.
true. We see him
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, we see his
Yeah.
body get ripped apart.
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
wasn't the big bad of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he's the big bad of the entire franchise, but in reality, at least in these three movies, we only see him in this one.
Yeah, but he's obviously the emperor of
Yeah,
the
he's
empire
the-
the whole time.
Yeah, he's pulling the strings. He's the puppet master. But I liked how, he Vader kills him and then Luke is like, I gotta save you. And he's like, you already did.
Yes.
Mhm.
I like that. I thought that was cool.
Hey, what do you guys think about this note I have here where I wrote, the rebels fly into the Death Stussy?
Gross.
I hate it, Robbie. I hate it.
That's disgusting.
Because they're enacting their plan to blow it up.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's the exact same plan as last time. I don't.
Mhm. Except now they have to go in it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it does raise the stakes a little bit because it's
Yes.
like it's adding a dimension. It's basically the same because they're going through a tunnel, but now they
Yeah.
can't just pull up at any point. They're in there. They have to
Exactly.
keep going straight.
Yeah. And I didn't really have any notes on that because I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I knew
that's
that
fine.
they were gonna win, like they're not
Yeah.
gonna kill the big villains and then be like, there's still so much work to do. No, this is the end,
Yeah.
This is it.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah. I love I know they kind of started introducing some of these designs at the end of Empire, but I love all the designs on like the calamari ship and the space battle in general is really
Yes.
cool.
It is very cool looking. Yeah.
The designs are just, as always in this, phenomenal.
Yes, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Everything looks great.
Yeah.
Except for the stuff they added in.
CGI.
Yeah.
That's all my notes. I thought that this was a somewhat disappointing conclusion to what I thought was an excellent movie last time. Do you guys have anything else to say?
No, not really.
Well, hold on. There's one thing we do need to address. Andy, do you know what was different about the ending of this movie than the original trilogy?
Yes. So Mark,
yeah.
last time, I don't know if it was on the pod or off it, but I
think it
did
was
watch
on.
the original.
Good.
I watched the original ending afterwards.
Okay. Good.
And there's less CGI cities,
Yeah.
Yes.
and there's the guy who played Darth Vader.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
His
there's
Force
also a different song.
Also a different song, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean the ghost part didn't really bother me.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Wasn't this the guy who killed all those kids?
yeah. But also, like, wouldn't Luke be like, "Who's that guy?" Like,
Also, like the two other guys who died, their ghost looks like how they did when they died. They're still old.
yeah.
Why we get
I know.
young Anakin?
Yeah, just for continuity, just to try to tie it together more for you
Yeah.
know
They just show this old half a man, no fucking Darth Vader suit.
There
He's
was
like, kill me again. Find a
there
way to
was-
kill me again.
over the 10 years, probably like from when they released the special editions to like, I don't know, I guess whenever Blu-ray started coming out, they kept changing. Like every time they'd put out a new set of Star Wars movies, it'd be a little bit different. And then at one point, I think when the Blu-rays went out, I'm pretty sure they had a CGI Yoda so that it would look more like the Yoda from the movies in the prequels. And then I think they changed it back because people were like, "This is awful. How could you change Yoda?" You know?
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is people fucking with. Just why are you fucking with it?
Mm-hmm.
Like at all?
He's
Like they
always
did the same
tinkering.
thing with E.T. Like at the end of E.T., they replaced all the cops' guns with like flashlights or some shit.
Yeah. Well, George Lucas was thinking Star Wars was a work in progress.
Well, George Lucas was wrong.
Well, he figured two
No,
releases wasn't enough, and that he needed to change it further to make more copies.
Listen, I don't
Yeah.
mind you want to touch stuff up that you couldn't do in 1977.
Like full on changes like that.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
It's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
CGIing Han Solo's head to shift to the right and shit.
Yeah, that's rough. That is rough.
I don't even mind if that after the prequels they felt the need to add in some extra cities. I don't even mind that so much.
That's
Yeah,
fine. Yeah,
that's-
whatever.
Yeah, that doesn't detract.
But I don't know, just seeing young Anakin there, and it's like, this doesn't work for me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, I forget what we do first. What do we do? Letterbox or
We
questions?
go to Letterboxd.
Let's go to Letterbox.
We make our ways to Letterboxd. So let's go to Letterboxd. You should follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand.
I forget what I gave A New Hope.
I think we gave it a combined. I think we gave it 3.5 stars.
Okay. I think I was probably going for 2.5, but you guys beat me.
I don't think that's how it happened.
For this, I go 2.5. I go 2.5 for this.
I said 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3, but I don't mind 2.5.
All right, I'll meet you in the middle. We'll go 3.
All right, cool. So that's the
That's
official.
That's not meeting us in the middle. That's just agreeing with us.
Because I can't do 2 3/4.
You are correct.
So I'm gonna do 3. And well, the average rating of Return of the average rating of Return of the Jedi on Letterboxd is 4 stars.
It's high.
That's generous.
That's very generous.
Yeah. This movie is worse than A New Hope.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think it's the worst of the original trilogy.
Definitely.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
easily.
But it's not that bad.
No, it's not horrible.
These movies are not that bad.
No.
That's how I would describe them.
With one banger right in the middle.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
honestly, I said it last week. This entire franchise is coasting on the good graces of The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
They have one excellent movie, and they're like, let's keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any questions?
I sure does.
I got 2 questions.
I've got 2 tickets to paradise.
Nice, Eddie Money.
I actually have no questions. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
That's
No,
cool.
no,
I failed
no.
you. Forgive me, my friends.
I'm gonna force choke you through the Zoom.
Oh my god, it's working.
He's getting off. He's getting off. Oh, no.
My god. I have 3 questions, but one of them is kind of answered. But I think I could. I'd like some more elaboration. I feel like you guys might be able to help me with that.
All right, go for it. Ask your first question then.
Where did Luke get that lightsaber? So then Vader says, "Oh, you built yourself a new lightsaber." Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could just do that? You could just build yourself a lightsaber?
Most Jedi's build their own, I think, right?
Really?
Yes. He got parts, I believe, from Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
How does C-3PO's translator work? Because there are times when we see him translating and he talks in the different languages, but then when Jabba is talking to Leia as the sand person, he's just speaking English to both of them.
Well, he's translating. Jabba doesn't need translated to himself.
Yeah, no, but he has to talk back and forth.
Yeah, that's just a fuck up.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I heard him speak Huttese though, at some point.
He does at some point. That's the thing. But then when the sand person and Jabba are negotiating, he talks in just plain English.
Well, Jabba understands English. English in Star Wars is called basic, and Jabba understands basic.
Oh, basic bitch.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
I'm glad you bring up Jabba because here's my next question.
Would you?
No. In the beginning, when Luke goes to rescue Han, why did Luke have R2 keep his lightsaber? Why wouldn't he just walk in with it?
They probably pat him down at the door or some shit.
So that
But he force talked to everybody to just let him in.
Because he foresaw that they would end up on the ships and he would need R2 to shoot it to him when he, jumped off the end of the thing.
But if he just had it on him.
Yeah, but if he's on him, he can't overpower all those guys. They're just going to take it away from him.
We already said that Skywalkers are dramatic.
That's true too.
Okay.
You wanted to make a big scene.
It's all for the bit, Andy.
Okay. I'll take it, I guess.
Is that Vader's whole body or just his suit on the grill? Like at the end there.
I think the body, because the Jedi funeral, when they burned Qui-Gon.
Okay, yes. So now I don't understand how come some Jedis disappear when they die and others just die.
So Qui-Gon Jinn from Phantom Menace, he learned how to be a Force ghost. He was the first person apparently to be a Force ghost, and he taught Obi-Wan and Yoda how to do that. So they were able to give in to the Force and submit, and that's why their bodies disappeared. But Anakin didn't learn any of that. He was just being Darth Vader that whole time. So he didn't submit like that. But I guess, I don't know, maybe as Force ghosts, they went and they got him or something. I have no idea.
So wait, so Qui-Gon Jinn died, and then in death, he learned how to become a Force ghost.
Yes.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's at the end of I think they even say at the end of episode 3, I think you'll find an old friend, training you have, an old friend you'll see. And he's like, Master Qui-Gon? And then, so that's not even after or anything. That was in episode 3 that they said
that's
that.
Fair, yeah. So then I guess he taught Anakin how to Force ghost right then and there.
Yeah, real quick. That's it. They pulled him out like the Matrix. There.
Do you think Anakin's ghost appeared and went, "Ooh, what smells so good?"
Oh no.
Well, I don't know if you've seen all the Ahsoka stuff, and again, obviously they didn't have any of this in mind at all when they,
I did.
But...
I watched 3 episodes of Ahsoka and went, "This is bad."
Okay, it does get better, and also if you had watched the Rebels, I think you'd probably enjoy it more.
Yeah, if I watched 2 full cartoon series beforehand, I think that's what a lot of people are telling me.
Yes, it does kind of coast on all those shows.
I'm sorry, you can't do that, Disney Plus. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I understand. I enjoyed it, but again, it was kind of like Andy watching a Rogue One. You were like, what's going on here?
No, Rogue One had new characters though. This is just this guy's like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that show is not for they tried to make it more casual, but it really is not. But there's a whole Force ghost world sort of called the World Between Worlds that expands on a lot of this stuff later on. Again, probably nothing that George Lucas had in mind. But
probably not.
Not even close, I imagine. But he did work on it. Him and Dave Filoni, the guys that made the cartoon, they did work on a lot of that together. So he was involved with the creation of a lot of it.
All right, I got one more question. Why did they all go in separately to rescue Han? Why didn't Luke just walk in and fuck their shit up? That's what he ends up doing anyway.
They're dramatic.
Yeah, but I think partially to like make, well, I mean, it wasn't just Luke that fucked everybody up. Like it was everybody that was in their spot. Like Leia was there to strangle Jabba because he was her slave or whatever, and they predicted that would happen. And Lando was there with weapons to help them, and R2 was in there already with Luke's lightsaber. It was sort of like a multi. Again, it is dramatic and convoluted, but it was a multi-stage plan.
All right.
I have 4 trivias.
Same.
Wow. Mark, got any trivia?
No.
That's fine. All right. Andy, I'll go first. How many credits does Jabba offer the sand person who turns in Chewie? 29,000, 50,000, 40,000, 15,000.
Andy.
Andy.
15.
No.
Oh.
Mark,
Mark.
is it 50?
No.
Was that one of the options?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good. At least I got that.
So does Jabba offer Leia as a sand person 29,000 or 40,000 credits?
29.
Yes, it is 29.
I knew it.
Crushed it. Andy, go ahead.
All right. How many puppeteers did it take to work Jabba the Butt?
Very good, Andy.
Was it 3, 6, 12, or 15?
Rob. 12.
Wrong.
Wah.
Mark,
Mark.
was it 15?
Wrong.
Oh.
Rob.
I'm the Star Wars master.
Oh,
Rob.
no. 6.
Correct.
Yeah. Finish this line. There is no resolution, answer, conflict, truth.
Andy.
Andy.
Truth.
No. Mark.
Resolution.
No. This is
Andy.
awesome, Andy.
What were the other two?
Conflict or answer?
Answer.
No.
Mark,
Mark.
conflict.
Well done. Awesome.
Genius. Okay, John Williams' son Joseph Williams collaborated on the score and helped with some of the Ewok songs. Joseph is the lead singer of what band? Is it Foreigner, Boston, Toto, or Kansas?
Rob.
Yes.
Toto?
Yeah. I had no
Nice.
idea. That is fascinating.
I didn't
I
know
knew
that.
I had read that before, and I was going back and forth between Foreigner and Toto. I was like, pretty sure it's yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
It's
that.
one of those. It's one of those like nothing bands that has bangers. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hold the line.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then it evolves into Toto Dial.
Very good.
I'm sorry, guys. Lando attributes his promotion to general due to his success at which battle? Endor, Tanab, Dantooine, Tatooine.
Mark,
Mark.
Denab.
Yes. Thank God. Thank God someone got that on the first try.
All right. When Spielberg declined directing this movie, he suggested which director? Francis Ford Coppola, Paul Verhoeven, Martin Scorsese, or John Hughes?
Mark,
Yes.
Francis Ford Coppola.
No.
Rob. Paul Verhoeven.
Correct. He did previous episode Shark Ship Poopers.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been pretty good.
Yeah, probably. What species is Lando Calrissian's co-pilot Nien Nub during the Battle of Endor? So what species is Nien Nub, or however you pronounce his fucking name? The guy with the weird face.
Mm-hmm.
Wookiee, Rodian, Bothan, Sullustan.
Mark,
Mark.
Rodian.
No.
Oh,
No, apparently Greedo's a Rhodian.
Yeah. So then, Mark.
Mark.
Solistan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, did any of those words mean anything to you?
No, I was 100% lost on that. And I only grew a beard on my neck. Just hearing that. Who was considered to play the Emperor? Ben Kingsley, John Lithgow, Richard Dreyfuss, or Morgan Freeman?
Rob. John Lithgow.
No, that would have been cool though.
That would have been.
Yeah.
He could do anything.
Yeah.
That would have been incredible.
Yeah, that really would have.
Rob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
Mark.
Yes.
Ben Kingsley.
Yes.
Wow.
Makes sense.
We did it.
We did it. We got through all the trivia, and we do one more segment of this podcast.
We sure does.
We write songs.
Yeah.
All three of us have a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all three of us are wrapping up a big old connected saga of music.
Yep. It's always important to wrap it up.
For this year.
Yeah. For this
For
trilogy, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys ready for the Wheel of Names?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's spinning and winning. And the first person to go is gonna be... Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
You're up.
Oh my goodness. What an incredible turn of events.
I thought you were going
my-
to lie again.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Guys!
Robbie.
Wow.
It's the boy who cried Andy.
The pain in my heart.
The Rob who called Andy.
Yeah, the Rob who cried Andy. So my song is called The Chosen One Part 2, and it's called Part 2 because way back, like a year and a half ago, we did the first, the prequel trilogy, and my episode 3 song was called The Chosen One, and it was about Anakin. So this, I reprise the main riff of that song, along with the chorus, and yeah, I just it's wrapping it up. Check it out. It's called The Chosen One Part 2. I'll talk a little more after.
I don't wanna fight you. I won't let you pull my strings, no matter how much it stings. So you'll let them die in vain. Ooh, I can feel your pain. You cannot help your friends. It will be all of their ends. I can feel your good. I can read it like a book. You don't want to live this way. I can feel your heart's in pain. There's so much more to me than dancing for with the Force. The Force is with me. The Force is with. I am one with the
That was my song, The Chosen One Part 2.
Very cool.
I really
Oh,
like
thanks.
that end.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I know that, Rob, you know I own a cello.
Yes.
That is not a cello.
What you own or what that at the end there?
At the end.
Oh,
I
okay.
still own a cello.
Okay. Turns out it's not a cello at all.
Nah,
It's
that
a
was
dog.
made it was made entirely of chocolate.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I ate that shit. No, okay. Have you ever seen online? It's like a guitar gimmick. It's called a Picasso bow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
looked
like a
at that
pick
thing.
with a bow.
How is it?
I-
Is it-
It's cool. You can't do like long drawn out.
I thought he was gonna say it's not that either.
No.
It's a fucking dog. It's like you can't do long drawn out notes on it, so that's why everything's chugga 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 chugga.
Yeah,
chugga,
yeah,
chugga.
yeah.
So like, and you got to
That's
rosin the
cool.
living shit out of that thing
Oh,
for it to
man.
not squeak.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty squeaky. I put like 3 layers of reverb on it
Damn.
to stop the squeaking, and it still squeaks, but I put a 4th layer, and then you couldn't tell what it was. It was like, what is that? So
Yeah.
I backed one off, and so I left it at the screechy 3. But like, it's cool. I was able to get that orchestral sound.
I thought it sounded really cool.
I
Thank
wonder
you. I
if you
appreciate
did
it.
it on a nylon string guitar.
I don't know if that will work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have one. Maybe I'll try it.
If it helps, I didn't really notice any screeching that like.
No.
Oh,
It just
good.
sounded really cool.
Yeah, I thought it sounded really cool.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I really
Thank you,
like that
thank you.
ending.
Now,
I like all the return to the themes of the previous
Yeah.
songs and worked
yeah,
it in really
that's
nicely.
what it. Honestly, what it was this movie didn't really inspire me to do anything new. So
That's fair.
I was like, let me just reprise
Yeah.
some stuff. But like the only new part was that first part where it was just constantly building, and then like I reprised The Chosen One, and in the original The Chosen One for the prequel, it was Chosen One, I'm more powerful than anyone. They all turned you against me, because that's when he says to Padme, like, they turned you against me, because he's
Mhm.
crazy. And then in this one, it's, I won't let him turn you against me. Or no, I won't let him turn me against you, or whatever the fuck I say. I forget what I said. But it's like, he's changed, he's not a bad guy. He sees like, oh shit, I fucked up. For like 30 years, I fucked up. So like, then he kills the Emperor, and you get the forces with me. I am one with the Force from the other songs, because I figure that's just a nice way to cap it off. And then you get a reprise of the solo thing I did in the Dark Side from last week, from the with the bow. So yeah,
I
that's my
enjoyed it.
song.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Time for the Wheel of Names. It's me. So I texted you guys yesterday. My song is 9.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Lord Robbie.
Now what happened was a little peek behind the curtain, or as I like to call it, the slur tin. It's like a curtain with a bunch of slurs written on it.
Gross.
Okay.
we're recording this the week that our Titanic episode came out. And I was listening to Andy's song that was 8.5 minutes, and I felt emasculated.
Awesome.
I said, I need to whip out a 9.5 minuter.
Nice.
That's not really what happened. I just wanted to do something big for the end of the original trilogy.
Sure.
My song is called Forest Moon of Endor. I almost called my song Forest Moon and then just did a Neil Young parody.
Nice.
I want to see my old friend Ben.
Like that.
Thank you. You know what? Let me go re-record. I'm just going to do that. No,
don't let us stop you.
So my song is called The Forest Moon of Endor. It is 9.5 minutes. And from the version you guys are in here, I might do a few more edits because I bit off a little more than I can chew in the time I had. So here it goes, Forest Moon of Endor.
up the shield generator. It's good, not great. You feel your hate will convert you to the dark side of the force. It won't hurt to convert to the dark side of the force. We have strength and power, you're the man of the hour. The dark side of the force. Join your daddy and me, as revolutionaries. It won't hurt to convert to the dark side of the force. Do the right thing, drop the lightning, join the dark side, and save your hat. The dark side of the force. Oh yeah, it won't hurt to convert to the dark side of the force. The ghosts they smile. The ghosts they smile. They smile on me. There is another, a sister or brother, a sibling you see. We can talk through our thoughts. It must be Leia, I just know. And I will go fight. I will fight to avenge her home. Soon I'll be dead, but I won't be alone, 'cause you will be with me. There's a party on the forest moon of Endor. Across the galaxy, they're celebrating liberty. There's a party on the forest moon of Endor. In every system, in every part of the galaxy. When we're dancing
That's my song called "The Forest Moon of Endor."
Wow, that's a great ending.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice reprisal of Anakin from your episode 3 song.
Yes, that was very much intentional. Obviously, I did it.
I knew that was from something. Damn it.
But yes, that was the ending. There is the reprisal of the chorus of the song Anakin, because a lot of this is really, like we talked about earlier, the story of Anakin. But it's just kind of a song, just kind of going through the main characters of Star Wars. And I just had fun with it. I had a good time recording it.
Very cool.
Good.
Thank you.
I liked it. It was 9 minutes long, but you know it changed its pace enough times that it didn't feel the length, you know.
Well, that's
Right.
always the goal. You know, if I'm gonna listen to a long song, I'd rather it be a quick one while he's away and not stuck inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues again.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah,
it's just-
I think the key is like changing it up and really just like going on a fucking journey, you know?
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really taking the listener for a fucking ride, you know?
Yeah, you got to change it up if you're gonna do a long song. Like even when the levee breaks, does it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is I'm just as good. That song is just as good as when the levee breaks.
I'd say that's on par at least with Zeppelin for sure.
All right. All right. Let's go back to the wheel of names.
Yep.
All right.
That's how Andy. Everyone has to be subject to the wheel of names.
Mm-hmm.
It could be me again.
It's a fair
Oh
system.
my God.
Andy thinks some people don't have to follow the rules and regulations. It's Mark, by the way.
Nice. I knew it. I was really hoping.
Good.
Fingers
Mark, tell
crossed.
us about your.
The song's called Yub Nub.
Okay.
And based on everything
Oh.
I've heard so far, I don't think either of you are gonna like it very much.
Hold on one second. Now you said it's called Yub Nub. I see a parentheses here.
Eeechop Yub Nub.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure we all got the full title.
Yub Nub in parentheses Eeechop Yub Nub. Yeah.
Eeechop Yub Nub. I told me Toby Chicken Gnu Doctrine Yawa Eeechop Yawa. I told me Toby Chicken Gnu Doctrine
Eeechop glow, you glow, peach in the phone, you glow, glow down, glow, Eeechop yawa. I told me to be chicken, you to play
Yub Nub. Eeechop Yub Nub. I told me Toby Chicken Gnu Doctrine Yawa Eeechop Yawa. I told me Toby Chicken Gnu Doctrine County Charge Yub Nub. County Charge Yawa. County Charge Yawa. Hallelujah now. Glowa. Eeechop Glowa. Glowa. Bitchin' and boom. I took the Ogunda. County Charge Goo. County Charge Goo. County Charge Goo. Hallelujah now. Hallelujah now. Hallelujah now. Glowa. Eeechop Glowa. You glowa, bitchin' and boom. I took the Ogunda. County
go. So that was that was why I wanted you to watch the original ending.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That was really good.
Do you know what you're saying?
Yeah, I looked up the lyrics. It's just basically all about freedom and living your life and being free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. It's just a cover. But the chord progression reminded me of like a 50s ballad, so I wanted to do like a 50s version somewhere in there. And
Nice.
I might add to it and do like a punk version of it too. But
Nice.
You're gonna make yours 9.5 minutes long, also.
Yeah.
well, I might just replace some of the Ewok bit with a different bit.
Okay.
But I'm still working on it a bit. A little bit like George Lucas with his movies, as they're not quite done yet.
Always tweaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've done it.
We have done it. We finished the original Star Wars trilogy. Andy?
Correction. I've done it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, what is your overall opinion of the original Star Wars trilogy? Now, this is your first real good lookins.
I'm so glad you asked. I think that there's one very good movie in this entire franchise so far. And the rest is cannon fodder. The rest is almost nothing. But no, they're good enough. They're good enough. They're fine.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us on this journey.
Of course. Always happy to talk
Blessed.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars, mainly because of Empire, but you stick through it and watch 9 more movies and several TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of it quite good.
Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of the TV shows are good. The cartoons are good. Clone Wars and Rebels. I like those.
That's what everybody
Star Wars
says.
is on there, yeah.
Cool.
Well, thanks for having me on allowing me, especially Andy. It's been a pleasure talking to someone who's only first experience is interesting. I don't know. I mean, that I've had a lengthy conversation with people that are only just watching Star Wars. It's a rare treat.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on and being the Star Wars expert.
Sure.
Yeah.
Andy, what do we got going on next week?
I'm glad you asked because it is now Webuary.
Ooh, I'm shooting my
We're
webs
gonna-
all over the place.
Robbie, we're going to be thwipping all over February because it's Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yes, we're doing Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Sam Raimi ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Andy, where can they find our music?
I'll tell you. You go to Spotify, you go to Apple Music, you go to Deezer, you go to wherever you get your music, you type in The Royds. You'll find 2 albums and a Christmas song. But then for the podcast songs, you go to TheRoydsBandcamp.com, and you'll find the zillions of songs that we have on there, including guest songs, including bonus songs, all about movies. Check it out. Tell your friends. Robbie, what about the socials?
Great question. You go to Instagram, you go to X, you go to Threads, you go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, and you type in TheRoydsBand, and that's where you'll see these guys, us. You can also listen to the podcast on YouTube, and if you are, like and subscribe, and wherever you're listening, give a 5-star rating and review. You can write whatever you want. Just give us a 5-star rating. It helps us out.
Yeah, tell your friends. Word of mouth. Word of mouse.
Very
word of
good.
Klaus.
I didn't give the email.
all
I'm
that.
sorry. Send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. Suggest a movie. Give us your feedback. Tell Andy to fuck off.
Yeah.
I email you guys that all the time.
I know, you do.
It cuts me so deep. Yeah, tell your friends, leave the 5-star reviews. Everything helps. We appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Next week, Spider-Man.
Whip, whip, whip.
Whip.
Mark, thanks again for coming on.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
And bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.